Happy Monday, everybody. Hope your week's starting out well. Welcome to the Meristem weekly practice. As always, check in the description. There's a link to a video that kind of breaks down the different pieces of our practice weekly. Also, like, subscribe, write a comment, or ask a question. We love those. Haven't gotten any yet, so maybe someone will ask a question sometime soon. But with that, let's jump in. So for the last month, we've been exploring folding. And this week, and in this month, we're going to explore specifically three folding. And so as we start exploring folds of three, so basically we're saying three elements coming together in some sort of constellation, interaction, weave, etc. We want to look kind of at the constellations of that three folding. And so this week we're going to be exploring and looking in our environment and ourselves and how we are constellating ourselves. And the number three kind of comes together in a couple different ways. You can have three of the same thing that equal three. You can have two kind of similar things and one different thing that equals three. And you can have three unique things, 1 + 1 + 1, that equals 3. And so what we're looking for are examples of this kind of like mathematical underpinning concept of what comes together as three folding. So for example, 3 redwood trees in a stand would be a 3 + 3. Those are 3 of the same type of tree. Yes, they have their own identities, but they're 3 trees, similar type, growing together and interrelating. An example of a 2 + 1 could be sunrise, sunset, and the day. So sunrise and sunset are 2 extremes, but they're pretty similar. But the day is kind of a spectrum of experiences of light. Another example of that might be point, periphery, and the movement between. So the point and periphery are 2 very fixed locations, and the movement between is fluid and constantly in some relationship between those 2 fixed points. A 3 could be something like a villain, a hero, and a victim. You could say that the hero and the villain are kind of in opposition, but the victim is in a unique relationship to those 2 characters and isn't the middle ground between those 2. And so those are 3 kind of completely different elements that come together uniquely to make 3. So this is what we're exploring. We want to notice those elements around us where we're seeing constellations of 3s and how they're made up. Are they 2 and 1? Are they 3 individual same things? Are they 3 different things working together? So start waking up to that. This leads us into our practice, which is presence. So just becoming aware, waking up to your relationships of the 3s. Notice your part in the constellation and how it relates to others and the constellation as a whole to the community. So in this regard, I want to notice, hey, is there moments in my life or in work or at home or where I'm constellating or triangulating in some way? Maybe that's within myself. Maybe that's with other people. Pay attention to what part of the triangle you are. Are you playing the villain? Are you playing the victim? Are you playing the hero? Are you just galvanized in a very similar way? And then how does that constellation of 3 that you're involved in relate to the whole community? Is that a positive force moving the community in one direction or another? Or is it a detracting force? This is also something you can observe in nature. What are the constellations of 3 that are coming together that are affecting sky, earth, and wind, for example? So just explore those, experience it. We're just waking up and becoming present to the different constellations and organizations of 3 around us. The value: I am the change I wish to see. Collaboration. 3 is a powerful number. Anytime you have 3, you can affect change. And so pay attention to how you are galvanizing in a pod of 3 and see how that you can ensure that pod of 3 is really moving in the best interest of yourself, the constellation and the community. So we're really just diving in to become awake to the number 3, where it's showing up, how it's showing up for myself, and how my interrelation in that number 3 plays out with myself, with others, and in the community as a whole. So wrapping up, jumping over to our infographic, again, a little image. You have 3 of the same thing as an example of 3. You have 2 extremes, sunrise, sunset, and kind of the day and movement between those as another version. And you have 3 unique entities that kind of represent a triad to come together to create something. And so these are the things we are exploring this week in terms of observing how the 3 manifest in your environment in different ways. We are then observing, we're looking at how identifying that 3 and how it's affecting and how we are interacting in that constellation of 3 and how that's syncing with our community as a whole. And so again, this is waking up, this is becoming present to this quality of 3-folding and looking at the kind of mathematic underpinning principle of the number 3 and what can get created in the folding of 3 elements. And so this is our practice. It's bite sizes, as always. So just take it in stride and just wake up, just wonder, become curious about 3, the number 3, and how the 3 interacts in a variety of ways. So as always, let's go forward and awaken the possible.